Hey guys, Adrian Morrison here, and this is a continuance from the last video where I went over a couple of points on optimizing your ad for website clicks. And real quickly, I just want to walk you through Facebook ads, and I want to show you how to set up a campaign that's really just geared toward traffic. All right, now of course we want conversions, that's what our main goal is, but there are oftentimes that you might find these types of campaigns useful, like if you're doing a branding campaign or brand awareness or very precise targeting campaigns and all the stuff I talked about in the last video. So let's go to Facebook real quick. Okay, so here we are on Facebook. I am in my test account. It's a clean slate. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get started creating an ad. There's a big green button at the top right. Well, it's not really big, but it's a bright green button, let's put it that way. And you're just gonna hit create an ad. All right, now once you hit create an ad, it's gonna list for you all of the objectives that you can choose from. So what we are gonna do is create a web ad for sending traffic to our websites. So you can read here, use the clicks to website objective to send people to your website. It's really just geared toward traffic and getting clicks. So we're just gonna click on this objective and you'll see that everything's pretty much the same as most other ad types. Okay, now once you click on that, it's gonna ask you once again what URL you wanna promote, what website you wanna send traffic to. So we're just gonna go over and get the link to our necklace that we were promoting on our Shopify store. So let me just go over there and grab that real fast. Okay, so I've copy and pasted the website address to our Shopify store where we're promoting that, what kind of necklace was it? I even forgotten, I just looked at it. Whatever, it's some sort of crystal necklace. And it's loading the website details. You'll notice here that you can choose a pixel to track your ads on. It's not optimizing on the pixel, but it will track anything that you want on the pixel. You see it says optional. You don't necessarily have to click anything here. Otherwise, you can choose an event like purchases, add to carts, or even clicks, or view content is what they are to track. But these you're not really leveraging any optimization from the pixel. So you just come here and name it. So we're gonna do it demo ad clicks to website crystal necklace. All right, so we're just naming the campaign. Now, once you have named your campaign, you can scroll down and you can now set your audience and your budget. Okay, so now we got to come in here and select our targeting. Now I gotta tell you, when you're not optimizing on your pixel, you're not leveraging the intellect of Facebook's data, you do need to be more precise. Coming in here and putting in targeting, saying, I wanna target women that are 18 plus that love jewelry. That's not really gonna cut it, because you're hitting 467 million people, which actually in the US turns out to be 45 million people. That's just simply not going to cut it. With this type of ad objective, you are going to need to be very precise. So that might mean coming in here and targeting different jewelry companies like K Jewelers. And when you do that, they'll start to suggest some other stuff to you. So you can target Zales, ice.com, and Jewelment. So these are other websites or other companies that sell jewelry, and it's really nice because they will give you some recommended keywords, and we're hitting 3 million people here, so that's a nice sized audience. But you can get even more targeted than this, and of course I have a whole module on precise targeting, so really you should just refer to that video to learn more about getting deep in precise targeting methods. So I'll spare you the time on this, and you can go to that video and learn more about keyword mining for precise keywords. Another thing that you might do is come down here and of course, well, not might, but should do, is set your daily budget. I set all of my ads at a $5 a day budget to start, as you know. And this right here is, you can see, it's going to optimize. We'll deliver your ads to the right people to help you get the most clicks at the lowest cost. So these types of ads are all about optimizing for clickers, getting the lowest cost per click possible. And you're really in here, you can see when you get charged, you're getting charged per click. So it's on a cost per click basis. You can get charged per impression, but out of the gate, Facebook recommends the cost per click. So you are, in this instance, only paying when somebody clicks on your ad. And that is why when you're newer, this can be beneficial to start, because if you aren't good at writing ads or your product kind of stinks, you're not really wasting a bunch of money on an ad impressions that nobody's clicking on. So this is kind of like a little safety net that you can use when you're new. It can drive a lot of traffic to your site, but you got to precisely target your ads. So I would start out with an automatic bid just to see, who's who, what's what. But you can, in a lot of instances, come in here and manually bid. But you just can't trust their recommendations. They change too often. So I like to start automatically. But you can come in and manually change it lower and lower and lower and lower in the future. But I would do automatic, just see where it's at to start with. And Facebook oftentimes, they, like I said in the previous video, they know what's best for you. But when you're doing something that's not leveraging the power of the pixel, I would sometimes test around a little bit. Okay, so everything else is the same. You'd come down here, you would name your ad set. I really just name it the same thing that I name my campaign. Or, you might have specific names for your different ad sets to organize everything, because you may have multiple ads in here. Like this could be only to women, or it could be only to people that say they like jewelry companies, and you might have another ad set that's toward people that just like generic jewelry keywords, and so on and so on and so on. So ad set names is a way for you to just organize your ads by name, so you know who's who and what's what. Now, after this, after you put in your targeting and your bidding and all that, you hit choose ad creative, and it's going to bring you to the page where you actually can choose the image and write the text you want in your ad. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so once you do that, Facebook's going to give you that option to use one image or multiple images. Standard, we're going to go with one image, just one big image. Facebook will pull in a picture from your website usually. It's not always going to pull the best one. It might kind of stink. So you can come over here and click on images, and you can upload your own image. So if you have something custom that you've had created with some wording on it, or a different background or different angle, that's fine. You can come here, click images, upload your image. Then when you scroll down, it's going to list your fan pages right here in this drop down menu. If you don't have a fan page yet, you can click this plus sign, and literally in 30 seconds you can have a fan page created. If you don't know what type of fan page you should create, I like niche related fan pages. Like this one is called Forevermore Jewelry, right? So this could be, it's generic, but it's also niche related. It's focused more on like relationships, and this is something that might appeal to husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, fiancés, so forth. So you can name your fan page, create one, or if you already have a fan page and it doesn't show up, if you just click this drop down menu, it'll pull up all of your fan pages that are connected to your account, and you just select which one you would like to use as a representative of your campaign. Then you've got your headline and body. So this is already typed out from my last ad that we did. Headline is going to show up in bold right here. on your ads. And of course, it's got a great image in here already. This is actually a really great image. And you've got your call to action. So you can play around with this for e-commerce. I use the shop now. For those of you wondering if you should use no button, I have found that it works better when I use the shop now button. Okay, so it just, for me, it's what works better. In the newsfeed link description, this is your advanced options. You'll have to click this little button that says show. And I usually will put something like multiple colors, limited supplies, get one while they last, so on and so on and so on. Just something extra down there. And display URL is something you can play with, because see how it says ESA demo.myshopify store? It's kind of ugly. So you can use display URL to just put something custom in there. You can put like my store name, like put whatever the name of your store is or something, or your website is right here, and it'll just make it look a little bit nicer and a little bit less funky. And I would obviously not have Instagram Audience Network or Right Column for this ad, because they just don't perform as well. So we're just going to keep it desktop and newsfeed to start. Desktop, newsfeed, and mobile to start. Now, once the ad you can see start doing well, if it converts well, if it looks like a good ad, that's when you want to start scaling to Instagram, Audience Network, and Right Column, because these three don't perform as well. So use the top two performers first to make sure that you got a good ad, that it's converting, people are buying the product. Then once you know you've got something that's hot, you can test it on these other three types of ad networks. And of course, once you do that, you'll see that they'll show you little previews here of each. And you can, maybe they work, maybe they don't. They're, like I said, they're not the first two for a reason. They're just, they're smaller ads. They don't work as well, whatever. But they sometimes can work very, very well. You just simply never know, okay? That's why you should always, always test. All right, now once that's done, you can scroll down and hit place order, and you're done. Your ad's gonna go live, and you gotta come back in and monitor the results. Just to note, any type of ad that you don't want to run, you just hit remove on it. Say, oh, I do want mobile ads on this campaign. You hit add. I don't want Audience Network, hit remove. Okay, so you have complete control just simply by clicking these buttons right here. All right, now this is just a real short video on clicks to website, because literally everything is the exact same in the terms of the setup as the other ad type I've showed you. It's just gonna have different results, a different type of performance. So I hope this was an informative video, and these are really great for driving fast traffic, product awareness, and brand awareness, building lookalike audiences and retargeting audiences, because these are just geared toward getting it clicks at the cheapest rate possible. And they're definitely useful, so it's good to know that they're there. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.